Happy Easter morning to you. Good morning, good morning. I see some bonnets. I see some hats. I see some earrings. I see some bling. I see some frills. I see some awesome pastel colors. Nathan is wearing an amazing, amazing outfit. And yeah, we're celebrating. We're celebrating life. We're celebrating spring. We're celebrating rebirth, renewal, joy, all of the things, creating all of it in spite of the human condition. And if you'll join me and stand up, we can say a little bit of gratitude here. We can say a little 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody join me here. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. It's a wonderful, a wonderful, a wonderful day. A wonderful, a wonderful, a wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful, it's a joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. We say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My God, how beautiful this is in here. We are shining so bright in this community. Oh, welcome to Unity Center of Peace. I'm Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen, and to my left is the wonderful Nathan Jorgensen, who is going to lead us in meditation and prayer and anchor us in that deep consciousness. And I want to say hello to those of you online joining us on Facebook or YouTube. Welcome. We're glad that you found us. If you would just say hi in the chat, and then we feel like we're really connected. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's take a nice deep breath together. Be present right here, right now. And as Nathan lights the divine light candle, I invite you to be with that sacred element of fire for just a moment. And let's say together our opening invocation from that heart center. Together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Just breathe that in. Feel that rising energy of omnipotent good, of infinite love, of pure peace that is rising within us, present and available for us to step into, to say yes to. This is the moment. And so together we say yes, yes, and so it is. Join us for some meditation.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
As you settle into this space, into your chair, into yourself, take 2 deep breaths with me here. Inhale. Breathe in fresh, new life, and let go of that which is gone and no longer serves you. If you know me and you've heard me lead a meditation, I often like to take us somewhere together in our minds, usually somewhere in nature. And so today, I'd like you to visually, in your mind, just step outside this building with me back to the labyrinth. Just set back a little bit in the woods. And if you don't know what the labyrinth is, just imagine a spiral in the woods, lined with rocks, going through the trees and ending in the center. And I want us to think of life as movement on a day where we celebrate new life, during a season when we celebrate new life. Life requires movement. And if you have ever walked the labyrinth, or if you do sometime on your own, if you do so without patience, you will think, why am I walking in a circle? This is repetitive. But isn't life repetitive sometimes? And no matter how fast we run, how far we travel, how busy we keep ourselves, it catches up and we realize, I'm kind of going in circles. But if you pay attention in a labyrinth, you notice that you are moving, not going in the same circle. As you go around, you'll see the same rocks, trees, and pine cones. But at each layer you get to, you'll see them from a slightly different perspective. And so I want you to think of life like that for just a moment. When you see something, a past memory, one that could have been joyful or painful, we constantly revisit those throughout our lives, but we see it from a different perspective. We might see visions of our future on the path that we're walking toward, and when we get there, it's not quite what we thought, but nonetheless, we're still there. So if you haven't closed your eyes, if you feel ready to, begin to close your eyes and picture yourself standing at the labyrinth. Notice where you are. Perhaps you feel very connected to yourself, and you find yourself in the very center of the labyrinth. And you're searching for a way to move outward, searching for expansion, searching to take that self out into the world. Maybe, like me, you find yourself on the outer edge, somewhat disconnected from yourself, and you're going to walk backwards inward. So, close your eyes, continue to breathe deeply, find a healthy, normal breath, and begin walking, whether inward or outward. Begin that journey. Notice the things that are around you. Notice the feelings, but keep walking. Because life is movement. Movement is change. Change is life. Keep walking. It doesn't have to be fast. You don't have to get anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are, only that you're moving. If you find yourself stopping with one thought, vision, memory, just remind yourself it's time to keep walking. You'll come back to it again with new eyes. Continue to breathe. Breathe deeply. Breathe in that life-giving energy, the force of love. Stay in this space. Keep moving as we pray together over the prayer requests of our community. We invite the spirit of life and love and giving, the refreshing breath of spring into our midst to call forth the powers, the imagination, the faith, the strength that is within each one of us to see the answer to each one of these prayers, to know that it is there, and to have the wisdom to find and accept these answers. As you slowly awaken from this little trip, you can keep your eyes closed if you wish. Continue to breathe. But in your mind, one last time, look around you and see where you are. See if you can find the point in the labyrinth where you started this short journey. And then look again at where you are now. Breathe in the life and the fresh air of this beautiful day. Don't turn back to the things that are gone, the things that are past. Breathe in with me as we prepare to open our eyes together. And as you do so, take a look around you. See the divine faces of those that are here with us. And I invite you to first feel the divinity within yourself, and to also feel the divine connection we have with those around us. To make eye contact with at least two other divine beings and greet them on this beautiful day. And here we are, prepared for the remainder of this wonderful celebration service. And as we're back here in this room, settled into ourselves, feeling the connection with our community, if you'll join with me by saying our vision and mission together, which are up here on the screen. Our vision: we envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission: we center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness. And we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. And so it is. Let's welcome our wonderful bright matter, Karen Novi, Andres Rosales, and today featuring Kara Rezegui and Spencer Scholes. So let's welcome them.
Oh yeah, I just want to say that this is a special treat. We have special treats in store for you. Ear candy, if you will. Besides the chocolate candy, in all the ways. Kara and Spencer.
I'm a stranger in the eyes of the Maker. I could not see for the fog in my eyes. I could not feel for the fear in my life. And across the great divide, in the distance I saw a light. So John Baptist walking to me with the Maker. My body is bent and broken, but Lord, Have you seen the hopeless daughters standing there with broken wings? I have seen the flaming stars there over east of Eden, burning in the eyes of the Maker, burning in the eyes of the Maker, burning in the eyes of the Maker. Whoever rise from your sleep,
As it is, Spencer Stars.
Wow. Yes, indeedy. It is a special day with some special music. Thank you so much. Oh, and a special meditation. It was so beautiful. All right. Here we are. It's Easter. Happy Easter. Woo! And what a beautiful day for rebirth and renewal and resetting and reinvention and redirection, recoming together, all the re's, right? And the energy for all of those possibilities is very present today. It's very present today. And the last 5 weeks with our book study of Robert Brummett's Birthing a Greater Reality. We've been, for those of you who maybe showed up today, we have been the last 5 weeks doing this book study, and this is kind of the conclusion this week. And it's really kind of led us up to this moment, I think, and given us the tools to be able to embrace these possibilities so that we can, in fact, help to birth a greater reality. That's what we're all about here. So let me do a sort of a brief review looking at the ground that we have covered for the last 5 weeks, for those of you who haven't been able to be here each week. So let's take a nice deep breath together. And let's dive in. So we started at the very beginning of time. And then we fast forwarded to sort of the appearance of human-like creatures, Homo sapiens, when we discovered that Homo sapiens kind of stopped developing so much physically around 100,000 years ago and started developing the brain, which sort of began the process of conscious evolution. And that as we lived and grew and evolved over time, we learned that we affected everything around us, everything on this planet, for good and for not so good. And because most of humanity has been identified with the brain and the sort of the ego-separated sense of self, but not so much with their spiritual self, not so much with their heart, and then created a world from that place, that we are now at a crucial point. And we can either self-destruct, or we can take that quantum leap of consciousness that will shift humanity into the next era of living in peace and love and oneness. There will be a birth into the next phase of our conscious evolution. The question is, as Robert Brummett asks, will it be a cataclysmic Armageddon, or will it be a natural cosmic childbirth? How many of you would vote for the natural cosmic childbirth? Yeah, Me too. So that does require us to surrender old ways of thinking, to surrender old ways of living, and to surrender to a divine vision, a higher divine vision that is seeking to emerge through us. So that is the question that we began this study with. And then the following week, we looked at other visionaries and scientists and philosophers and kind of got their views of conscious evolution. And it looked like most had, in one form or another, this idea that humanity is growing and evolving our awareness towards a realization that we are universal beings experiencing life in this human physical dimension. Universal beings experiencing life in this human physical experience. And we looked at this concept of involution, which is kind of the metaphorical descent of spirit into physical expression. This idea that spirit loses itself in its creation so that it can find itself again through this process of evolution, discovering new dimensions of its being as it arises. That this is the process of awakening. Of awakening. And so we asked the question, though, so what does my personal awakening have to do with, universal birthing of greater reality? It turns out a lot. That there is an inextricable link between our personal healing and global transformation. We're coming to understand that we are all tied together in this beautiful quantum cosmic soup. Scientists are finding that on a quantum level, we're all entangled. We're all entangled. We're all in this together. And then so we looked at the various kind of maps of consciousness at that point. We looked at stages of evolution, of conscious evolution, and one in particular, spiral dynamics. That day we really explored it. We had the slides and everything. We probably have more of those handouts if anybody wants it. So really basically, to really pare it down, it's kind of 8 distinct levels where we have sort of shared values and worldviews, thinking systems that kind of create a cultural vibe, for lack of a better word. And it can also reflect where humanity has grown, the evolution of mankind from the very beginning, from that, survival mode, is the very bottom of that. And then the next level is sort of the tribal level. And the next level is kind of, we see warlords and dictators. And then the next level, there's more kind of organized systems and kind of governing rules. And I know I'm going through this really, I'm sure I'm missing something. Let's see, next level would be personal achievement and innovation and materialism. You see that there. And then the next level being more of a social justice kind of consciousness, equality. And then you reach the second tier of these levels, which is the consciousness, more transformational consciousness, those levels. And so each level builds on the next, and we resonate to whatever level feels like home for us. The thing is, though, when we are stressed, when we feel threatened, we will revert back to a previous level, a more kind of fear-based level. And on a global level, when this kind of energy of transformation and consciousness begins to emerge, begins to take hold, there are a lot of people who find that threatening, that they're scared of such quantum growth. And so they retreat back to the safety of a previous level, of a more fear-based level. And you can kind of see that happening in our world today, right? And it's causing a lot of tension. And so God bless you. God bless you. God bless you all. And so that led us into the next week's exploration of how we've all been mistaken about who we truly are and have assumed an identity that's really not us. Like we've created this false self that some call kind of an ego, which has, in a way, kind of helped us navigate through the world, this upside-down world, that is based in a belief in separation from source. So it served us. But to ignore who we truly are and not be aware of who, our true self and assume a false identity, that's going to create a gaping sense of emptiness, which we then try to fill up with all kinds of stuff. And that's when Brahmet says, that's when we get into trouble, right? And so appropriately, the next week we looked at the shadow self and looked at how the shadow self, unhealed, unaddressed, can really hold back our growth, can really sabotage our relationships and our efforts in life. And so we learned some techniques for how to heal these kind of shadowy places within us, how to heal that internal chorus of negative voices, critical voices that a lot of people said, oh, yeah, I got that too. Or whatever kind of wounds that have resulted as being out of alignment with our true self. And really basically distilled down to its essence, it is about listening to those rejected parts of us, getting a conversation going, and bringing it all to the light. And then we talked about how body work is a really good way to release some of that stuff that gets lodged in our body, right? Okay, so once we could then clear that out and begin to see more clearly, at least begin the process, so that we could see more clearly, then we can open to and acknowledge and affirm who we truly are. Divine essence, knowing itself more fully as us. I am divine essence, knowing itself more fully as me. Let's affirm that together. I am divine essence, knowing itself more fully as me. Yeah, breathe that in. Really feel the essence of that. And then we looked at people who had a sudden awakening to the fullness of their universal cosmic self in a mystical moment or a cosmic consciousness experience. And then we invited some of you who came up to share your sudden awakening experiences. And it was just so beautiful to witness that, one after another, different kind of stories, but, it all kind of confirmed the truth that we are more than we know. We are more than we ever thought we were. We are consciousness expressing in a unique and beautiful way. We're consciousness expressing in a unique and beautiful way, both universal and individual. And what an opportunity to be alive in this moment and realize the fullness of both of those. This is an opportunity to be present to that. Right? And so then last week, we looked at what it really means to be asleep and then awaken. Excuse me. And we looked at how, the title Buddha literally translates to the awakened one. And what that process is like, And we looked at the part of being asleep is experiencing life with the filter of our interpretation, our judgment of life. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are, And so we looked at how the practice of mindfulness, which I feel like we were doing with your meditation, Nathan, being very mindful of every step in that labyrinth. And there's so many different ways to experience and practice mindfulness. And that can really help us to awaken, that process of awakening, because we're separating out the judgment, the interpretation of our experience so that we can be present to the actual experience. That practice of mindfulness. And then, lastly, we looked at desire and how desire that arises from the ego, from that separated sense of self, can pull us further into the illusion or Maya. But the desire that originates from the heart, that can help us move forward and express more of the fullness of who we are, who we're truly meant to be. And that ultimately, that the ultimate desire within all of us is to allow that evolutionary impulse, as Brahmat calls it, the evolutionary impulse within us that is calling us ever upward. That evolutionary impulse that is calling us ever upward. So that brings us to the present moment, to today. And now is the time. Now is the pivotal time for a critical mass of us to become healed and to remember who we truly are. To at least begin the process of healing and to remember and live into that presence of who we truly are. The time is now. And as we do, you see, we help facilitate the emergence of that divine vision. That divine vision that's seeking to emerge, we help facilitate that. And we are the presence through which this can happen. This vision for humanity that sees us as living aligned with that miraculous power of our brain, aligned with the miraculous power of our heart. Living aligned like that. This vision that sees a life of us living in an energy of collaboration. Oh, imagine what we could create if we collaborated with everyone globally. Imagine. Imagine what it would be like to live in a world of peace and working together and oneness and harmony. That's the world that I want to live in. How about you? Yeah. Yeah, oh yes. And again, that requires a willingness to let go of everything we know, a willingness to surrender old ways of being and old, previous ideas of what we thought was possible for us. Let go of previous ideas of what we thought was possible for us. It's kind of like the often used metaphor of the caterpillar. How the caterpillar has within itself this kind of group of undifferentiated cells called the imaginal cells. Isn't that beautiful? Like the imaginal cells. But those cells don't become activated until the caterpillar is willing to let go of everything it knows. It's willing to die of its physical self, right? And to completely dissolve, and then those imaginal cells become activated and become the substance of the wings, right? Somebody in here had an outfit on that had wings on it. Here we go, Courtney, spread those wings. She is the embodiment. That's it. That's it. Taking off. Now, this being Easter, in a similar way, it was really only when Jesus was willing to release the physical body that the potential within him of love, universal love, and healing of humanity could be really fully realized, resurrected, and magnified into a power of light that could express love and healing of all humanity that has touched the hearts of millions and millions of people ever since then. And whether you take this story metaphorically or it's real for you and you have a relationship with Jesus, that's a personal thing, right? That's personal. More importantly, is that understanding. Does that understanding inspire you to live in the light? Does it inspire you to have the courage to let go of old ways of thinking, old ways of being, to be willing to transform, right? To be willing to transform and to allow this, this idea of dying daily to the old self and abiding in me, that Christ consciousness, that divine consciousness. This is the transformation from darkness to the light. That's what the Easter story is, the transformation from darkness to the light. And I am just so blessed to be in community with people who are willing to commit to living mindfully, to having a connection with their spirit, to really experiencing their true spiritual self. And when we come together, and I have to say, this is why being in person is, it's great. We are blessed to be able to have the resources and the ability to live stream so that people who can't be here can also experience it. But there's nothing like being in person because you feel the vibration, right? It's the vibration, it's the energy. We are generating an energy of love that radiates out into the world, that radiates out, that touches others. And we're inspired by each other and supported by each other in doing whatever it is that we need to do, whatever role that we are playing in this awakening. This is how we participate in the birth of this awakening. I mean, it's kind of like the Bodhisattva vow, which is a vow to be, you're committed to the awakening, right? You're committed to the awakening of all beings, the liberation of all beings, and the attainment of Buddhahood. In Christianity, we would call that Christhood. In Judaism, we would maybe call it Tikkun Olam. It's the same idea that your awakening is tied to everybody else's. Remember, we're all in this together. We're all entangled. There's no getting out of it, Oswaldo. We're all in this together. Our awakening is totally tied to everyone else's awakening. This is how we participate in birthing a greater reality. And so this Easter, I would ask you to signify your commitment to participating in this birth of a greater reality by reading. We're going to read together, and then you're invited. You don't have to. But if it calls to you, go ahead and sign it. It's a sort of a personal pledge that you can take home with you, put it in a place that you can see it often to remind you of the commitment. And the greeters are coming by right now and putting that in your hands. And we're just going to take a moment when everybody gets it, read it together, and there should be a pen in the seat back in front of you, but I'm realizing the front row might need some extra pens. If there's two in there, if there's an extra. I have one right here. I actually have another one. You got one? Over there? Oh, you got one? Okay. And then when we are finished with this sort of sacred, I really want you to take this into the sacred place of your heart. We'll do this together. Then you are invited to come up and receive communion. And the communion that we do at Unity Center of Peace is chocolate. Oh, that gets an applause. I love it. Which one is the milk chocolate? Which one's the dark chocolate? Oh, the milk is the right. So on the right-hand side, you got milk chocolate. On the left-hand side, you have dark chocolate. Oh, yeah. Right, left. Yeah. All right, so let's take a moment and read this together. Everybody got one now? Let's take a deep breath together. And we can read this out loud together or in the silence of your heart, however you want to do this. As a conscious evolutionary, I am stepping into a new dimension of my life. The universe is now consciously evolving through me. The divine pattern within my soul is being activated through my heart's deepest desire. Pregnant with the potential of a greater reality, I am about to make a quantum leap in fulfilling my purpose in this life, which is to become a fully conscious expression of the One Presence. If that calls to you, go ahead and sign it. Again, this is for you to take home and put where you will see it often. And as we begin this process of the chocolate communion, we're inviting Roshana to step up and play this beautiful song that is very much meaningful to her. Do you want to say a word about it? Okay. All right. It'll speak for itself, right? All right. If we can do this row at a time, starting from the back row and coming on up the center aisle. And then when you're done, walk back up the side, please, and that will help us to flow a little bit better. Yeah, back row, come on up.
Okay. You're going to have to start again because I can't hear it. Thank you.
Milk dark.
It's not coming from the mains at all.
Yes. You can.
Can you restart it, please? Sorry. Thank you.
Yes. Milk dark. quickly. Woo! Thank you, Roshana. Oh, gorgeous. It worked out just perfectly. All right. We'll continue on with the fabulous events that we have to offer today. But just in the meantime, breathe into our heart center one last time. Turn to somebody next to you and you say, Namaste. The divine in me sees the divine in you. To each other. So it is. All right, bright matter.
This is the Karen Spencer Show. Here we go. I love it. I love being your band.
Yeah, I like being your singer.
Thank you. That's awesome. Do you want to say anything about the song? No. Okay. Can I say something?
Sure, yeah.
This is a beautiful new song that Kara wrote. It's, yeah, very sweet.
In the circle of life, where changes unfold, unity whispers in silver and gold. Embrace the new dawn, let go of the past. For every transition, a lesson is cast. Changing world, I'm a changing girl, and it's alright. With faith as our anchor, we navigate strife, transforming our struggles into a new life. In the tapestry woven, every thread plays its part. Coping with change, we open our hearts. I live in a changing world. I'm a changing girl, and it's alright. Yes, it's okay. I never had control over anything anyway. So dance with the rhythm, let go of the fear. For in every ending, a new path is near. With unity guiding, we'll find our own way. Embrace the journey, what may. I live in a changing world. I'm a changing girl, and it's alright. Yes, it's okay. I never had control over anything anyway. Yes, it's alright. Yes, it's okay. I'll take a deep breath at the start of my day. Yes, it's alright. Yes, it's okay. Oh, I release control. I find my way. Oh, we live in a changing world. We're changing girls, and it's alright.
All right.
beautiful. Thank you so much for that. That was wonderful. And thank you, everybody, for being here. Has this been a wonderful time? I very much enjoyed it. I got a little saying, embrace the little things. And I think we all got a little surprised today because I think the chocolates were different, right? If you went for dark, you got the milk. Yeah. But I love it, all right? So I'm going to embrace that. And again, thank you for being here. We're now at the time of our meeting where, in the spirit of community, in the spirit of building this community, helping this community thrive, elevating our own consciousness, but also doing that together and having this space that can be sustained, we welcome your gifts that can help to support this. There are several ways to do that. They'll be up here on the screen soon. We're going to have our greeters come around to take any donations that you might have to be able to keep this space going and to keep this shared experience going. If you'd like to donate online, you can scan the QR code up there. We also have a little packet here in the seat in front of you that you could put that in, and there are also little green cards. If you are a conscious sustainer who gives regularly to the community, you can grab that green card and put that in. And whatever it is your gift, whether you have a donation you can make, whether you're blessing us here with your spirit and your joy and your love today, I ask you to take that gift and hold it up to your heart right now and say with me here the blessing of the gifts. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am.
Power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
And now we bless these gifts together. The power of love is here now, and we create magic here together each time we're here. And so thank you for being here. If you'll hold out your hands and send your energy of love, of giving, and of multiplication going out, blessing this community. We bless these gifts that they will breathe renewal, energy, and love into us and outward into the world. And so it is. Debbie will be taking the prayer request box out to the foyer as well. So if you have a prayer request, you'll find it right out there, as well as some little papers that you can fill out and put that in. I'd also like now to welcome any guests that are with us. I think that we might have a few people that are here for the first time, maybe joining us online for the first time, so welcome. Do we have anybody who's here for the second time? Anybody who maybe came once and they're like, yeah, I guess I'll go again. If you do, if you'll raise your hand, we actually have a packet for you. Yeah, we have one, see? So welcome back. Welcome to everybody. Right up here, yeah, we have a little packet of information for you that just tells you a little bit more about Unity Center of Peace, Unity Principles, and as well as a little card that if you're interested in filling that out, joining our email list, You can do that. And if you give that to one of our greeters, they'll have a little gift for you here at the end. So welcome again. Also like to recognize our flowers for today. And blessing us with not just her beautiful voice and music, but also with flowers today as the flower angel. Right over here. So these are from Kara Rezegi, and I'll go ahead and read the dedication. These Easter Sunday flowers are in honor of a dear friend and spiritual sister, Mother Krishna Priya, who has recently departed peacefully from our world. Mother Krishna Priya touched the hearts of countless individuals with her unconditional love, support, and encouragement. Her compassionate drive effortlessly positioned her as everyone's most trusted confidant, a safe person to turn toward, and a sincere individual. Mother Krishna Priya's presence could draw out the sweetness in even the most rigid of hearts. Her gentle qualities masked a remarkable strength that was witnessed in her limitless devotion, and especially in the fearless final moments of her life. Mother Krishna Priya was the embodiment of surrender. To my beautiful Jewish grandmother, whose spirit could never leave our hearts and will forever live on in our compassionate exchanges. Thank you to Kara. Thank you. Beautiful. And now we'll turn it back over for final song.
And this is an original by Spencer, because they're so talented, and I love them.
Morning dew like diamond dreams, his blanketing the fields, composed of light, composed of light. Open mirror of the soul, cast these shadows all into the light. Into the light of hope, impossibilities, the light within you, the light inside of me, the light from which all others have their shine. Light eternal, greater than the mind. Everything under the sun, all that's said and done, requires light, requires light. Back and forth between the flames, the faces and the names, known by the light, known by the light, the light of perfect joy, the light of peace, the light fulfilled, the light of true release, the light who shows us all the way back home, the light existing everywhere we roam. Tell everyone you know, return to light, return to light. Remember those who stood before they reached the golden door into the light, into the light. The light dissolving conflict and desire. The light consuming as a burning fire. The light who from the deepest darkness rose. The light who brings our falseness to a close.
Spencer, that was just beautiful. And Karen on piano, that was a beautiful piano. Yeah, wow. Hello, I thought I'd wear the hat now. Get the hat on now. Having fun. It's time to have fun. And what other fun can we have here at Unity Center of Peace? Well, it turns out there's a lot, actually. A lot going on. And Monday night, Kellen, where are you? You're over there. By the way, it's Kellen's birthday today. Let's just give her a little love. Kellen Kamakaro, happy birthday, dear. Yeah, and will it be the last class of the series? Yeah, this beautiful series. How many people have attended this? Yeah, oh yeah, good. It's so beautiful. So the one on Monday night is about the crown chakra, right? The crown chakra, yeah, perfect. All right, so it will start here in the sanctuary at 6:30. You don't want to miss this. Be there. Okay, now here's another one that you don't want to miss either. Eat, Thrive, and Glow. Well, that was easy. Eat, Thrive, and Glow, a healing energy and vibrant living workshop. I'm going to sign up for this today. This is starting next Saturday, right? Yeah, and Marlene, would you stand up and say hello to everybody? This is Marlene Medina. She is our health guru, and she will absolutely help you to bring your body and your mind and your spirit into alignment with good food and healthy eating and healthy attitude. So that's next Saturday here, 10 to 1, and it also includes lunch, and you're wanting some people to bring a lunch, right?
To share and talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
To share and talk about the food. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So get your phone out and point it there and get that QR code going and sign up for that. You don't want to miss this. Yeah. There you go. Okay. And David, would you come up and say a minute about the men's circle? Here we go. You have room to get up there. Okay. Great.
Thank you. Yes, we certainly are all one, and there's a women's group complemented by the men's group that makes us all one. The next monthly meeting of the UCP men's group will take place next Sunday, April 27th, beginning at 9:15 in room 103 at the back, ending before the silent meditation. All men who are members, visitors, or guests at UCP are welcome warmly and encouraged to attend. Our topic will be the spiritual inevitabilities that arise in any quest for higher truth, better understanding, and our efforts to promote our progress towards conscious evolution. Mm-hmm. Next Sunday, April 27th, 9:15, room 103, calling all men. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, David. Beautiful. All right. So next Sunday, which is April 27th, we are going to have a community potluck and a community meeting. Yes. we thought about it and we said, you know what? The board went away and had this beautiful visioning retreat. And in that retreat, a lot of things kind of came up for ways that we could help facilitate more of this divine vision that is unfolding here. And so we want to share that good stuff with you. Share what we have experienced and decided together as a community. So, but first, it's a potluck. So bring something healthy, and you're going to learn how to make a healthy dish because you're going to the thing the day before. Marlene's, you're going to make that healthy dish and bring it to share at the potluck on Sunday after the service, and be prepared to, listen to what we have to offer and also share your ideas. We want to hear from you as well. So be prepared. Next Sunday, we're doing that. Okay, Beltane celebration. A lot of events happening here on the outdoor sacred spaces in May. So look, all of this is on the website at unitychapelhill.org. You want to go under the spiritual support. Debbie, is it spiritual support? And then outdoor sacred spaces events. And you'll know more about these events. This is Beltane, which is also known as May Day. Celtic event celebrating the beginning of summer, the return to the sun's power. And Mark Smith and Katja Sage are going to be facilitating this, hosting this event. And then on Saturday, May 3rd, is World Labyrinth Day. This is where people from all over the world find a labyrinth to walk in with the intention of world peace. And the idea is that you meet at 1 o'clock wherever you are, all over the world, walk at one as one. So here we are, we're on the map of, the world labyrinths here, that spiral labyrinth. And since we already did it in advance in the meditation, we'll bring our feet together with others and have the intention of world peace. Okay. And Easter festivities. If you have donned a hat or just dressed in a festive way for Easter, we encourage you to participate in the contest after the service, which will be on the back deck. And there'll be little pieces of paper to write the name of the person that you think is the most festive here. And there'll be and there'll be somebody who will tally the who gets the majority of votes, and there's a prize in there. So you want to participate in this and just have fun. Also, I see some kids back there. We're not going to welcome them yet, but I know that there is an Easter egg hunt that's happening after the service, and I think it's starting kind of in those back. We'll find out more about that when they come in. Today's deeper dive discussion led by Gaines Steer, which will be in that back room on the right. An opportunity to just really take in what you learned today, or maybe over the series in the last 5 weeks, and share your personal ideas there. I don't think Michael Savino is here today. 3-minute miracles, our last thing we want to share with you, and this is an opportunity to sit with someone who is trained in affirmative prayer, which is a very different thing than regular prayer, affirmative prayer. And so if anything is going on in here, or with a friend or a loved one or something that you would like to sit with somebody and see it from a higher divine vantage point, that's a really wonderful opportunity that we provide here. All right, that's it. Yeah, let's sing them in.
I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, beam of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon, y'all. Howdy. Look at the bountiful, the plethora of powerful children up here. Yeah. Big thanks to Cheryl for volunteering today. We helped our chain of love grow longer by talking about how we can demonstrate love for others. And it keeps growing, and all of that beautiful metaphor and analogies that come from that, which is great. And then when we're done after next Sunday, we're going to put the chain down along the wall, down the stairs. So if you're curious about how kids are thinking about love, how they love themselves, or how they are able to love others, check it out. Maybe we'll learn something. Yes, the Easter egg hunt is going to happen soon after the service. We'll all meet on the back deck. I didn't go to it's all within the medicine wheel / the pathway. So if you're wanting to take pictures while also snacking, parents, you have that option. The best of both worlds. What else? Next week we'll finish the month of love. So join us if you're needing some extra love or have extra love to share. And let's together, we'll bless the children. Oh, I lead? Oh, sorry. Okay, we bless you. We love
you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we behold the Christ in you.
And so if you will all stand, if you're able, we'll say our prayer of protection with I am statements. I think I'm going to head down this way. Ready? Let's take a nice deep breath. And the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Victoria here. I'm at Unity Center of Peace with our house band, Bright Matter.
Hello.
Yeah, and if this video has inspired you or empowered you or opened your heart, opened your consciousness, or even just given you hope, we ask that you support what we're doing here by making a donation today, going to unitychapelhill.org or clicking the link below. And we thank you.
Thank
you.